live, Jesse. Yo ho ho.
Welcome to Pillage Overload.
Who you calling a hoe?
Season-
Howdy ho.
We shall go to war. Season X, Episode X.
Also known as Slap Happy Thursday, because it's been a. I won't drop it.
Yeah.
I will not drop it in the first 5 minutes this week. It's been a hell of a week.
Yeah.
It has been one hell of a week. Hello, Mayhem.
Hi, all.
He got our message.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, Bobo. I met Mayhem because Mayhem was talking about how he had quite a week before his show as well on Monday. We're all getting slap happy. We're all getting sick. Hey, Glenster. So welcome to season 10, episode 10.
Season X, Episode X.
Season X, Episode X. Where X never, ever marks the spot.
Ever.
Ever.
It never, ever marks the spot.
Ever.
Again with the movie reference.
Did you put my toy box back up in the craft room? Is it still in the...
I did.
Yay!
Yay.
Toy box is my treasure chest.
Which now has a
Hey,
lid.
Davey! Which is now storing more fabric in my plethora of fabric in the craft room. You can never have enough fabric.
Totally needed.
It did.
Yes.
I'm so happy.
It needed
And I have a seat now when somebody steals my lazy boy. Rugby and Bonnie, I might be
Who
talking
could
about.
that be?
Oh, wait a minute. You.
Oh.
Yeah. You.
Never.
Shit.
Never. I would never do that.
Never do that.
Never do that.
So we're going to jump right into the drink this week because last week, if you remember, we draw a drink and it was Girl Scout cookie, which has creme de menthe in it, which this one doesn't like. But
yeah, not a big
shocker, somebody put creme de menthe on his drink at the Irish festival, you faker.
It was like this much.
Still, there's like
2 drops.
It
was like 2 drops.
No, it wasn't. He's like, oh yeah, put a little bit on top of it. I turned a little like, who are you?
Again, that bus. It's rolling.
Oh
on
yeah,
through.
yeah, that's the
rolling
bus.
on through.
Calling you out is not a bus. Nice try.
Throw me under.
That is nice try. Hi, Brownie.
Calling me out, throw me under the bus.
No. You're not making me feel bad about this one this week. So this week's drink is the Girl Scout cookie. I only made one because somebody complained about having mint in it.
I'm still gonna sip it because I'm a big boy.
It's thin mint. Snooze. Don't restart. Please, God, don't restart on me.
Oh Lord.
It was the first drink of the day. So
just what we need the computer to restart.
Yeah, we don't need the computer to restart. So Girl Scout cookie is light rum, which we use white.
It would be this one.
Cruising. You get to take first drink since you touched it. White creme de menthe, dark creme de cocoa, and light cream.
Ownership is 90% of the
possession.
Yeah.
Possession.
Whatever.
So we only have one this week.
That's not horrible. If it didn't have mint, I'd be all over that.
That mint is kind of strong, though.
It is, but it tastes like a thin mint cookie.
Oh, it does.
Though.
It tastes like a thin mint cookie.
Yeah. I have actually had thin mint cookies before, so.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I do know what it tastes like.
But it's very appropriate. It's a Girl Scout cookie because we are talking about women's piracy in there.
Here's what we're going to do.
What are we going to do?
We're going to put this over here.
Oh, yeah? You're not having that whole
and
thing.
I'm having this over
You were not
here.
having that whole one. So the second, I decided because the first drink of St. Patrick's, it was the first drink of St. Patrick's parade, the day when we're hanging out. So because of all the liquor that we have, and we also got a coconut rum chata, I decided to make an Almond Joy. So that is Almond Joy. It is an ounce of coconut rum chata, an ounce of Malibu, an ounce of chocolate liqueur, an ounce of Amaretto, because it's Almond Joy. Almond nuts.
They got nuts.
Yeah, which we don't have.
Bounce don't.
Guess what we have in this episode? No nuts.
We got nuts.
No, we don't.
Almond Joy.
I should have made it without the nuts.
These nuts.
Dana is not on. And
she should be.
It was coconut milk and heavy whipping cream. So that is my version.
Are we trying this out too?
Go ahead. That is my version of an Almond Joy.
This one I think I'm gonna like.
Yeah, well, it's a little. Oh, hi, Dana. She goes, yes, I am. She
See?
heard you calling.
That is
Hello.
freaking. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it tastes like an Almond Joy, like it really does. It even has the coconut kicker in the. Yeah,
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. Guess I ain't getting that bad.
Mm,
You can have your little thin mint.
that's good.
It is very good.
It is very good. All right. So last week, because I was getting, he's been drawing all the bad drinks. You're not drawing. You're shaking.
Flavor saver.
You're shaking.
I'm shaking.
You're shaking this. Remember, I'm drawing this
yeah.
week. I'm drawing this week because he's been complaining about all the crap drinks he's been drawing. So hashtag drink more rum. This week's drink is
drink more of your rum.
Drink more of my rum.
Drawing the drink.
So if I get sex on the beach, winner, winner, chicken dinner. Strawberry daiquiri. We got something normal next week.
Take a damn picture. You suck.
Jay said, I'll enjoy these nuts. Thank you, Dana. Thank you.
Well done.
Well
Dana.
said. Well said. Especially how quickly I read that. It worked really well. So if you haven't caught the joke, is he keeps drawing all these weird drinks. Like we had Girl Scout cookie, which is actually appropriate for tonight with the women in piracy. And then it
is that time of year again.
And I draw strawberry daiquiri. So I guess we're having strawberry daiquiris. So yay! I don't think I need to read that one, anybody.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure we all know.
I think we're pretty sure what is a strawberry daiquiri. I'm pretty sure Ballast is excited. We got a normal drink coming around for once.
Right. Although this Almond Joy is pretty joyous.
Pretty.
It's very joyous.
You like? Never mind.
Well,
There's so many.
I know there was a nut joke in there somewhere.
A nut and mouth joke.
We'll let Dana handle the nut jokes tonight.
Oh,
I'm sure she's got plenty of.
When I tell you we're a little slap happy and tired tonight, I think my eyes are dry. I could see halos over across everything.
So moving on.
Drinking that, it's like a York peppermint patty, thin mint, and that. It's more thin mint, but kind of like borderline York peppermint patty. So
yeah, the mint is strong.
Yeah, it is. The mint is strong in this one. This is not the mint you're looking for. So I didn't do a newsletter this week. So any of you were wanting to play along with the drink and have a little update. It was quite a crazy weekend.
It was.
Saturday, we did the Irish Festival here in Richmond, the Churchill Irish Festival at Patrick Henry Park and the church where Patrick Henry did his speech.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of that church.
I know that right next to church is the
St. Patrick's.
No,
I think isn't it?
No, it's not St. Patrick's.
You sure?
Right next to it is.
Somebody Google that for us.
I can look.
Where's Bo when you need her?
Bo's right there. She says LOL.
Google that.
I can find
Google that stuff. What church was that? Because we've been going to this thing for like
St. John's.
St. John's.
Historic St. John's Church, right next to
St. Patrick.
Right next to Patrick Henry Park. And we got to go eat at Poe's Pub, which is from Edgar Allan Poe, which was fantastico. It was great food.
If you ever come to Richmond, you're downtown on the east side?
Yeah, by the Fan and Churchill in that area. It was really good.
If you're moving on up to the east side,
we don't.
There's a Poe's restaurant.
We don't go up north of the river very frequently. It's there's a lot. Parking
try
sucks.
To stay out of the city.
It's not like DC for crying out loud. I'll definitely say that. But so we go to the Irish Festival. We've been going. Lindsay and Wade, who chimed in on the show occasionally, have
smoking bacon.
They introduced that, and we've been going now for 6-7 years, maybe a little bit longer than that. One of our favorite local festivals. Most of the time we dress up. We get in kit. Some days sometimes I think there's been a couple times
we've
we
been
haven't.
getting in kit like progressively more and more every time we go.
I
now.
think last year we didn't go because the weather was just crappy. It was last minute decision. The year before we did, and I mean we've been doing it, but this year was cool because we had some of our crew come out. Bo came out, Mr. Willis and Bo's husband, and we half of us were dressed up. Bo Willis,
some were dressed up, some weren't.
Ballast got to wear his kilt. You got to wear your kilt.
I wear my kilt.
You don't get to wear it. You don't get to wear it very frequently.
Since you made it for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's one of the few times I get to wear my kilt.
Mm-hmm.
My kilt.
I gotta make.
Eventually, I'm gonna get the Hay Clan tartan.
You get the Hay Clan tartan, and you're gonna have a utility kilt soon.
Yes,
I'm gonna make you that one this year. I made the kilt. No,
happy birthday to me.
Wait a minute. That's like in no.
It was a try. I tried.
Guys, try. I'm gone next week. There's no way in hell.
No. We can at least buy the fabric.
Your heart, your your utility kilt. Yes, I can do that. So I'm out.
We'll look into it.
I'm out of town next. I know what color you want, unless you're going to change it again.
No. Yes.
He keeps changing it.
No, I don't. Move it on. Moving along.
So I'm out of town next week. So that kind of cuts off any opportunity I got for sewing before his birthday.
Yeah, no show.
I love wearing kilts. You get a nice breeze blowing.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That was Davey.
The Bonnie Star.
So he wore his kilt. Willis was in his kit, and I kind of switched it up. I have I guess I call it my fantasy coat. I made it 2 years ago.
It's like a really cool fantasy cloak.
Coat.
Call it a cloak.
The sleeves,
pretty sweet.
The sleeves attach. It's my profile picture right now, but with sleeves attached, so during the summer, I can wear it sleeveless. It's green. It's really cool. It's one of those extra fabrics I had. I was just trying to figure out what to use, and then the reverse of it, like the whole kilt, the whole cloak, coat, whatever you want to call it.
Cloak.
It's the
just
same.
Call it a cloak.
It's the same fabric. It's just both sides of it. So I was really excited to wear that. I actually wore a skirt. And because my reenactment shoes need to be resold, actually, I want to go check out the cobbler this weekend.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Yeah, we'll go check out the one local. My heel needs to be fixed, but I have been wearing my leather just-in-time boots, or Renaissance boots, I guess, but I wore those. And I was comfortable. I had fun. I got a lot of compliments. I got to wear my green cockades.
And then we came back here and
skirt.
Partied like rock stars.
Yes, we both wore skirts.
At the after party.
I was going to say that as I made both coats and I made both skirts. I made all the coats and I made all the skirts.
Yeah. I had everything I was wearing.
You and me were wearing skirts, and all three of us were wearing coats I made. I was going to say that.
That sounds so wrong.
I know. That's why I didn't say it on the post. So, but yeah, I love being able to get a little bit out of the kit piece.
You know what happens when you call it a skirt?
You get kilt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Try that on me, buddy. Don't be all thinking you're all. Yeah, whatever.
I'm just covering the Buddha.
So
they don't need to see that.
Yes, but going from skirts, I still got to get all the new slops on the website. I haven't done that yet.
We're moving along. Things are happening.
It's been an insane week.
There's only two of us.
And
we can only do so much.
And it's been an insane week for work. And then he's trying to deal with insurance and medical and all that shit, because that's a pain in the ass.
That's a whole nother story in and up. Let's put it this way. I've spent, 3 hours in Walgreens this week.
Mayhem says at least there are nuts with your kilt, right, Jay?
Oh yeah, Day's nuts.
There's I may never mind. I'm not saying anything. I'm gonna sit here and drink my Girl Scout cookie.
Anyway,
we're trying to make light of it. It's been a really rough week. To be honest, it was a struggle for me to get tonight's episode. I had it in my head of what I want to do, but sitting down and actually doing it.
Yeah.
I've been answering
a little late on the get-go.
I've been answering
For
text
this
messages
episode.
at like 5:30 in the morning, and then like answering emails.
But hey,
so-
we got it. We got it. We're here.
I got kicked out of the Girl Scouts. I don't want to know, ma'am.
Who's that?
Ma'am.
Oh.
You need to make me a pair of slops. I got lots of colors.
Who's that?
Davey. Message me, Davey. I'll show you what you got. And
send us a message. We'll hook
if
up.
you want anything outside what I got plenty. I can get a lot of colors.
We can get any fabric you want, sir.
That's what makes me me. I'm
That's why they call
finishing.
it custom.
Hello, Lady Red. Emily's on.
Hi, Emily.
She groomed a really pretty black tri today.
Really?
Yeah, little
I missed
girl.
that.
Well, me and her were talking.
Oh, you and
That's
her.
what happens.
It's your special.
Because we're friends.
I don't get the text from Emily. Where's my text about the black tri?
I'll have to show you.
Come on.
She reminded me of our girl.
Me, girl. Come on, girl. You could send me stuff too.
Sorry, Jay.
I'm down with the dogs.
Hi, Robert. Flintlock Farrell has joined. Flintlock Farrell has entered the room.
Oh, it's gonna be a hot one tonight. It's gonna be a hot one tonight.
Like Virginia being bipolar this week.
It's gonna be a hot one. A hot one. Well,
is anybody else
in here? It's gonna be a hot one.
Is anybody else
outside?
Is anybody else's state being bipolar this week?
Outside, it feels like fall. In here, it's gonna be a hot one.
Oh, my phone. Hold on.
Oh, who was the one that was asking me if I had my phone silenced?
It is on silent. Yes, ma'am, you have to.
What are you, personal messages?
Yeah, I just see, do I have to before he showed up? Yeah, notifications come through the silent on my phone on purpose.
Oh, so you got
yes, Florida totally VA is definitely being bipolar. So
yes, good Lord, it's like 50 degrees outside right now.
We were all excited. We started the week with grilling. Like Monday, he was like, "All right, we're grilling," and then Tuesday, you were grilling the burgers, and he comes in the house. He's got finger holes on.
Yeah, like yesterday, and then yesterday it was like 70. It was breezy
with 35 mile per hour winds.
Yeah, so welcome to Virginia,
Mr. Willis, grilling.
Yeah, I've been grilling, baby. Ain't no use in...
Brownie said grilling. No, grilling.
Grilling. Not
grilling.
Grilling.
He be fangirling over me. I was up on one of our job site buildings, and the wind was like 35, 40 miles per hour. Dust is kicking across the job site, and I'm like, I'm going down. Screw this.
So keep in mind, guys, remember, next week, we're not going to have a show.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick break next week, and then we'll come back and we'll finish with 2 more episodes.
Yeah, because this one's going to be out of town on business.
Yep.
Taking care of business.
And
in the real world.
And typically coming back after flying and all that is a nightmare.
Yeah. So, we'll be back, and then we got the last 2 episodes after that, which are going to be killer.
Just after just starting the week in the skirt. Thought this was a girl episode. It is a girl episode.
It is.
Shut up.
We're getting there. Cool. Chill out. All right.
And also,
tell about April.
Where you go? I'm going to Nashville. Actually, I'm going out there for a work conference. I might be seeing Davey Vane. Yeah, he said he might come out and see me.
Now I wish I was going. Boo.
Oh yeah, now I see. Nope.
Yeah.
No, and I wasn't.
Now the Damon's gonna be.
Well,
there.
I'm not paying for your ticket either. A freaking expensive flight.
Plan.
Oh my God, going to Nashville from Richmond. There's no direct flight. Half the flights are shit. Like, it's either a red eye or first thing in the morning. I'll take first thing in the morning.
She's taking the one eye.
I'm not taking the one eye. This is the ladies' episode. Take your one eye out the door.
All right. So you're not taking any kid orders for April, right?
I'm not going to do any kid orders for April. I mean, I'll take them, but they're not going to be turned around in April.
I will take orders. If you guys want flags or anything, hit me up.
Kit, clothing.
Just clothing.
I have to get my outfit together for my induction. My induction for Order of the Leviathan is in June, end of June. I have my plane ticket. I have the fabric. I don't have anything to wear. I got all this stuff in my closet and I got nothing to wear. I should fly from
That was very
Norfolk, but I
well
gotta go. I know why you want me to fly from Norfolk, though.
Yeah, we're not flying for Norfolk. Though.
Toga. I'm at
If
this
only.
at this point.
I wish it was
I'm
that
gonna
easy.
take the 6 yards of fabric, and I am gonna wear a toga.
Actually, that's not really a horrible idea. I could do a toga on the ship. That'd be
I've
fun.
heard there's no humidity out there. It's a
Oh,
dry heat.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Girling.
it's
Typical
like my
girl
parents'
problems.
house.
So yeah, I bet California isn't bipolar. Well, wait a minute. I don't know. With all the rain and water, maybe she is bipolar.
They bipolar out there.
I need my whiskey for induction. You're on the list.
They're,
I have a hello, Lindsay. I got a list of induction stuff I need to finish.
Yes,
which
that's what
includes-
April is for.
this is
That's what we were
April.
just talking about. That's why she's taking.
That's why I can't take any more orders. I got to finish. Bo,
It's all
Mikey,
part of that.
Jay, me, and Willis's Westgate, the fit ladies first. Thank you.
That is correct.
So, anyway, let's talk about ladies first.
Speaking of ladies,
Tonight's episode is there is no crying in piracy, except when you hit a peg in the ground.
yeah. Except for when you stub your ankle on a, yeah.
And then you do a somersault. You're like, I'm fine. I like the ladies. Yeah, we know you like the ladies, Wills. So I get asked frequently. I swear I've not been drinking right before the show.
Wasn't that Girl Scout cookie over there?
Not enough Girl Scouts.
Whoa. Anyway.
Wednesday Addams.
Yeah, why don't you have the rest of that?
Yeah, I did because this was like a double. Anyway. So I get asked frequently. I can't. I use big words tonight. Were there women pirates? Duh. Yes.
Durr.
Obviously, documentation on lady pirates was not out there because of the 18th century and the culture and all that. They were going to hide their gender, but there were some prominent women who were pirates. But there was also a lot of notable other trades in the 18th century that I wanted to focus on tonight because for the last 3 years, I think when we get into March, we've always talked about
we talked about
pirates.
the usual
Hi, Tess.
Anne Bonnies and Mary Reeds of the world.
Yeah. So
it's time to do something a little different.
I wanted to get away from the more common ones. Obviously, probably we'll explore them again in the future, but everybody knows my favorite female pirate is Grace O'Malley. If you ever are interested, go. There's so much information on her.
It's a good favorite.
But she's also prior to Golden Age piracy, but she's just badass. Depending on obviously what side of the paper you're on, is she's considered a pirate. But you also had women in maritime trade and business. You got to think about the different businesses.
They were out there. You didn't hear much about them, but they were out there.
Obviously, the women privateers. So the other part of the piracy is they were
even privateers.
There is one we're going to talk about tonight.
You would be surprised.
And then the one I'm pretty sure that you're all not surprised of is women of Port Royal, and it's not the obvious of what you think. It's not all about that.
It's not all about the hose.
It's not all about the skirts. It's not all about the hiking of skirts. And then you did have female ship owners and investors, and we'll talk a little bit about why they were the ship owners and investors, because it's not what you would have thought of a male-dominant world back then. And there were adventurers and explorers. We are going to talk about one in particular who I thought was pretty badass. And then also cultural and social influencers. The women, obviously, they were influencing before they knew influencing was cool. Before TikTok, ladies.
Before you got paid for it.
Before we got paid, they killed their husbands.
They got paid for it.
Tess, you're jumping ahead.
It's always about killing.
It's always about Tess. Tess is jumping ahead. So, wenches. There were wenches too. So
that was mostly Port Royal.
Women who were involved in maritime trade and businesses related to the seafaring and the trade. They were not maybe pirates, but they navigated the perils of maritime economics and sometimes skirted the edges of legality through smuggling or dealing the stolen goods.
Mm-hmm.
There was a couple of them.
I've said that so many times before.
I know, right? Rachel Wall, 1789. Rachel Wall never would have been a privateer. I would have been a privateer. I would have had the right papers.
Yeah. We would have had lots of letters of marque.
I would have had lots of letters of marque. I would have used my education
Silly.
and my words to get past. I would have used my charisma.
We were smarter than that.
So Rachel Wall, Mayhem mentioned Rachel Wall, which is interesting. I was actually just telling him about Rachel Wall. We were talking about her. And Adam Morrow, Captain Morrow, had actually done a post on her. It's interesting because the information on her is it's hard to differentiate legend from facts because there isn't a lot on her. And then you start reading a lot about these women pirates. I got a couple books. I actually should have brought the one. I won't run away. I promise I won't run away.
The one you were reading out of?
The one I was reading, okay, Fancy Pants. Womanly Wilds. Oh boy, I think I need to stop reading the comments for like 5 minutes and focus. Focus. I need my horse blinders on. Where was I? Oh, yes. Rachel Wall. So, was I talking about Rachel Wall?
Yes, you were.
Okay.
No. Fact and legend.
Fact and legend. So a lot of the I think her name is something Dunscombe. She wrote a book, Women in Piracy, and she actually goes through talking about all the women in piracy. But it's very hard to take there's very little written down, obviously, about women in piracy because they didn't want to. Same thing like with men pirates. They don't want to be written about. Yeah. They don't want to be documented. They don't want to be tried.
There wasn't no documenting, no piracy.
Ain't no documenting here.
Yeah.
No nation like documentation.
Take your pen and throw it over because we ain't using that thing.
Take this piece of paper, go down the toilet.
Yeah. Wipe your butt with it.
So some of the lore and the stories start to blend across other women in the piracy in the world like this. When you start reading, like, wait a minute, that's a common theme, that's a common theme, and that's a common theme. And Tess jumped ahead of it, saying that women with the husbands getting killed, and it wasn't so much the husbands getting. The women, the wives killed the husbands.
Yeah, this wasn't a Black Widow thing. It was the wives taking care of business while the husbands were out pirating thing.
Dana goes, yep.
Privateering.
Dana goes, yep, just got to be butter turners. Sorry.
Dana knows how to turn some butter down, don't she?
That's all.
Just turning the butter.
Anyway,
I'll just be over here turning the butter.
So a lot of the women in piracy either came from... We
love you, Dana. You need to come out more this year, darling.
Their husband dying in some shape or form. I'm going to leave it at that. But we're talking about the women in maritime trade and business. I mean, we're talking about their husbands dying or whatever. You got to think about Sarah Kidd. Sarah Kidd being the wife of William Kidd.
Yeah.
Churn, baby, churn.
As the world churns.
So life must go on.
Everything turns.
Nut butter.
There is a season.
You are all banned. I'm banning you all. Shut up.
And bedtime.
Give me something to hit him. I need something to hit him.
No,
please.
No.
Anyway, so Sarah Kidd. Husband. The wife of whose husband was named as William Kidd.
Really?
So you got to
get right out of town.
Get right out of town. Same thing with, but I do love you. I'm trying to focus. You're not helping. So
stop looking at the screen. Talk. Sarah Kidd, the wife of the infamous pirate, Captain William Kidd.
She had to manage the affairs while her husband was out at sea, and he was out at sea a lot. And the last time he was out at sea for like 2 to 3 years, they had their own business. They kept the business running when he was out, and he came back. And then after his
he got
and after he
did the hempen jig.
What is it? The quick drop and a sudden stop. Did I say it right?
You did.
I said it right.
Oh my God, you said it right. We need to drink to that.
No, you need to ring the bell. I need a bell for that.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, I butcher that so bad.
Oh my God, she said it right.
Sarah Kid had kids. Yes, they had kids.
The kids had kids.
But
Kid and play.
after he died, she had to continue to fight against the blasphemy, the what he was.
Oh my.
Yeah. She had to protect her assets.
Mm-hmm.
Which demonstrated a lot of challenges that women had in that time frame to maintain their family situations and their standings. And there's a whole book written on Sarah Kid. I haven't read it yet. I might have it digitally.
Really?
Yeah, possibly. Y'all are out of control.
That would be an interesting.
Who's out of control? You're out of control.
You're out of control. You just stop it.
I'm right here.
That would be an interesting read.
I do want to read more about her and what, how she continued to fight against William Kidd be considered piracy, because if you guys had joined us, I think last season we did a couple episodes on Kidd. There's a lot of theories that Kidd was framed and basically a fall goat. So it would be very interesting to see her point of view.
Yeah.
And then if you're talking about business, Hookko is really good with business. We're really into like these murder mysteries and all that. And every businessman is a con man.
Well,
so you got a businesswoman who's kind of a con woman.
It's the level that you want to take the con to.
Well, if you seduce,
not every business person is a con.
No, not everybody.
A lot do to get ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously that's not the way you want to go about business.
Well, apparently Mary Carlton. Did you get it?
Yes, I got it.
Thank you.
I wasn't expecting it.
I wasn't either. That just kind of came out of nowhere. Hey!
Whoa. Hey.
Mary Carlton was also known as the German princess.
Mm-hmm.
If that title doesn't give you an inclination of where we're going with this little short story time. She was just really crafty. She was a con artist. She didn't kill her husbands. She just basically stole all their money. So she was a really good businesswoman.
She didn't go full Black Widow on them, but
no, she seduced, stole their power, got to a position of prominency in the business, and basically stole their businesses. Used her wits and good charm.
And good looks.
Yep.
Was she good looking?
Yep. To believe that the best part is that she was a rich virgin. You silly, silly men.
Yeah.
Do you think that she's rich,
she
pretty?
She was a virgin 5 times over.
I was going to say, she's rich, pretty, and still a virgin? What's wrong with you?
Oh, my God.
You naive.
There is no way.
I'm not squirrely tonight. I'm tired. It's been a week.
It's what you call slap happy.
Back then, you had to use what you had to your advantage. And that's, yes. And that's what.
Especially being a woman in that time.
Yeah.
Because, they just didn't even get looked at or thought about or taken seriously. Mm-hmm. So they had to fight for everything that they had.
And she was.
Especially when your husband's out at sea, like Miss Kidd, and, try and keep up a good reputation within the village or wherever they lived.
Use it or lose it, says Willis.
Yeah.
That's essentially.
Yeah, pretty much. And be smart. They had to, back then they didn't give women a lot of credit for having smarts.
Well, I also
these women were smart.
I don't think that if they were smart, like in the case of Mary Carlton, who stole, forged letters, did all that when you being tricked.
Yeah.
I don't think it came out that this was like you were tricked by this woman, because if you ever watched The Mummy,
no, men aren't going to admit to that, especially back then.
Lesser than that's a good thing. That's a good term.
They were thought of as lesser than.
Think of The Mummy.
Immediately, it wasn't like
that's really
you had to convince people to think women were less. That's how they thought about them right off the bat. So right off the bat, they're at a disadvantage, and they have to fight for everything that they get. Now, the fact that this woman was
We're on
a
second
con
page.
artist,
Yeah.
well, yeah, because what else was she going to do? She probably had no choice and had to be that to get ahead and, you know, try and be as close to prominence with the men as she could.
I mean, you think about The Mummy. That's one of the movies we like to watch. One with Brendan Fraser, The Mummy, and they're starting to excavate, and they're about to go under. I don't know where they're at, and they're like, "What is?" They're like, "What does she know that we don't?" And he's like, "She's a woman. What does she know?" And she's telling all this history and all this and that stuff. We still fight the fight with apples. Mummy, not mommy. Damn it, Brownie.
Hit them where it counts. They'll start listening
Take
after
the
that.
apples out of your ears.
Anyway.
We need more of that. And bikini, says Willis. So we obviously with piracy, you had that fine line of what they viewed as pirates and privateers, and women were known to be privateers. It wasn't a very normal thing. You have to think of there's a couple in history where the husband is a privateer and obviously the woman's there. The husband died and the woman became the privateer in his place. Shocker. Poison apple. So Anne de la Voûte, which in the name of God, I think is what they started calling her, or in God's hands or something like that. So she was born in the late 1600s in France, and not much is known, but she was either a criminal who was sent to the French Tortuga, or she was sent to French Tortuga to try and docile the other convicts of the French Tortuga. Basically, I'm going to marry you and I'm going to settle you down.
Yeah.
That
good
didn't
luck
work.
With that.
That did not work. So,
boy, what a surprise.
Yeah. So she arrived and ended up marrying somebody shortly after he got there, and then he died.
But did you
die? Number one. I needed cards here.
Oh, so
I'm not repeating
the Black
that,
Widow?
Willis. Not much has changed. No, none of these are Black Widows.
Okay.
I didn't bring any of the Black Widows into this one.
Okay.
So there's number one husband down for the count. 1, 2, 3.
So he died of his own.
I don't remember how he died. That's why I didn't talk about him. It wasn't really important.
Okay.
The second one, her husband was a pirate. He was a buccaneer.
Well, we know how he died.
Yeah, because he died. He died by the hands of a privateer. Which read what? I'm not reading your comment.
Shh. She's talking.
So
quiet.
The second husband was the buccaneer. So it was through her association with him that she got into piracy. And then but he died because of Lawrence de Graaf. Apparently he's a famous Dutch pirate. Dutch pirate who was also a privateer. But legend, this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part. It's almost as good as Mary Reed showing her boobies and be like, haha, you're dead. So legend has
that would have been my favorite part.
I know it would have been your favorite part. De la means as God. Thank you, Mayhem. I couldn't remember off the top of my head. De la Voûte means as God wants it, meaning that Anne wanted something. Her will was so strong, it was God themselves wanted it too. That's what it was.
Thanks, sir.
So legend has it that Anne challenged de Graaf to a duel in dispute over him killing her husband, the second one, right? But instead of fighting her, de Graaf was so impressed with her courage. He's like, I like you. Let's get married. That's one. The other one is that they had a duel. She challenged him in a duel. She was so insulted. Not only did he kill her husband, but he insulted her. So he comes out with a dagger, and she came out with a gun. She brought a gun. He brought a knife to a gunfight. And again, he's like, I like you. Will you marry me? I
You
don't.
insult me, but I like you.
And then the third one is he said he would never fight a woman. And then he also said, I like you. Will you marry me?
Fucking French.
Yeah, the French. Those damn French. You remember last week with the French? I am not. You guys can keep doing it. I'm not saying it. Shocker.
I don't even.
Shocker. That's all you got to know.
Yeah. I don't even want to know.
So that's. So do you see the trend here?
Things are happening.
Who the hell knows if it's true or not? I thought it was interesting. So they went through various piratical as well as privateering adventures. He sounds like Pepe Le Pew. She. It's her. She. It's you're talking about she's Lindsay's talking about the graph. I like you. I want to marry you.
I shall marry you.
I shall marry you. Mom. Poo poo poo. I don't know. It's just their activities contributed to the lore and legend of whatever they had. It was
craziness
in the golden age of piracy. So I just thought it was
pirates.
She's one of the lesser known out there, obviously, because you got Anne Bonny, Mary Read, Grace O'Malley.
Yeah.
Jean de Clisson, who's one of my favorite. I like her a lot. She's a French pirate who, after her husband died, took all of her money that she got from his estate, bought a ship, bought a fleet of ships, painted the ships black, painted the sails red, and she was known as the Red Fleet.
Yes.
And then you got the Chinese.
That makes her awesome.
Ching Sing. So yes.
Ching Shi.
Thank you.
Yes.
They're. But if you look at all of them, it's just like, my husband's dead. I avenge you. There is no. Don't piss off women.
I am French.
Don't piss off.
Do not mess with me.
Do not piss off women. Can we get that memo across my work desk, please?
Yes. Do not
Parting my
piss
French.
off women.
Do not.
Just don't do it.
Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.
Yes.
That makes me mad about her period.
What?
Damn it, Dana.
Dana.
The makers of mayonnaise. No, that's
butter.
What
happened to the butter churning
jokes?
That's
butter churning.
What happened to the butter churning jokes?
And then we got Brownie and Willis's favorite, the women of Port Royal.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
about. We need that on a shirt. We need a lot on a shirt.
Yeah.
You got
them Port Royals women's.
You have the obvious of the innkeepers and tavern owners.
Well, you're going the wrong way.
Am I?
Yes.
Sorry. Oh, Christina. Thank you. You have. I'm scrolling. I'm paying attention. I'm reading.
Yes.
So you got innkeepers and tavern owners, which is a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Don't tell women what to do, Jay.
I ain't telling nobody what to do.
Like a jar of hot mayonnaise. No, like a jar of old
We
dirt.
just like the butter turning jokes better than the whatever.
Willis, your jar of dirt. Your old crusty dirt.
Yeah. See, that's why we got 2 jars of dirt up on the... Oh,
you put them on the counter up front. Oh, no, I moved them.
Yes, you did, because I didn't touch them.
I
John Paul Jones.
I showed all our guests this weekend. I forgot to put it back on the board.
Well, dang.
Shit.
Well, see?
Oops.
We had 2 jars.
We had
dirt.
3 jars of dirt. I only got 1 left.
There is a jar of dirt here.
I got a jar of dirt. There was a female pirate named Farrell. Flintlock Farrell?
Hmm?
There is a pirate. Her name's Lady Red. He says from 1869. I will have to look that one up. Yeah, my dad almost used one as salt. Wait a minute, what?
Huh?
She almost used my jar. Lindsay said she almost used my jar of dirt as salt.
That would have been funny.
Oh my god. I just remember her asking about my Himalayan salt and saying, is this salt I can use?
I mean, it did come from St. Augustine, so.
Sadie Farrell. I'll have to look that one. See, I've done a lot of the research in the time frame of around 1700s. I haven't gone too far outside the 1800s.
We usually
Lafitte is the only one outside of Golden Age of piracy that we've really explored. I'm not saying that we can't, because piracy's piracy.
Right.
Now you know why I asked it. And yes, now I understand why you asked me about the pink rock, the Himalayan dirt. The Himalayan dirt you can put on. Todd, I am not saying it. Shut up. Hi, Bonnie girl. It's okay.
It's all good, little girl.
It's all good, girl. So they were merchant and shop owners. Yes. Of course, you cannot forget the prostitute and the courtesans. Everybody's favorite. And guess what's inside it? Your brains. And then pirates and privateers, because you still got Anne, Bonnie, and Mary Read. And then widows and landowners. You got to think about the culture and everything.
A lot of dead pirates with widows in Port Royal.
And not just dead pirates. You had dead businessmen because of conflicts with the pirates.
Things they don't talk about in history. You forget that all these gentlemen that died had wives, and they outlived them and still had to run the business probably.
And like you were talking about is how, as women in that time frame, being, I guess you could say they were all a pirate with the way they handled the things and within the business.
Hard to say, because again, they didn't write all that stuff down.
They were probably embarrassed too. They probably got their asses spanked by a woman and were like, I don't want to tell anybody about it.
You're probably not wrong.
And probably am not. Nowadays, the guys are like, yes, more honey, please.
So what's with Jean Beret?
Oh,
Beret. Is it Beret or Beret?
Beret. She's French. Those damn French.
There's a theme here with this.
It's a French.
Them French ladies, man.
The French.
Don't mess with them French ladies.
Yeah, because Jean de Clisson is French too.
Don't mess with them French ladies.
Mary Read is English, and obviously Anne Bonny is Irish.
They'll con you, they'll pirate you.
They will just take advantage of you, and I think most people will like that.
They'll Black Widow you.
I did not talk about any Black Widows at all tonight. Raspberry Beret. Yes. So Jean Beret is one of the, and she is legitimately
in a secondhand store.
What, like your hook? Secondhand? Did you find your hook in a secondhand?
What?
Give me your money.
No. You can't have my money.
It's my money.
I know it's women's night, but you ain't getting my money.
That's mine. You stole it.
That's my money.
Stole it. Anyway, so she is legitimately one of the first. She is the first known woman to circumnavigate the world.
The globe. She circumnavigated the globe.
That's not where I was.
You were thinking circumcised. She was the first woman to circumcise the globe.
Shit.
Oh, that's going to make a really good reel. Moving on.
It was obviously an extraordinary feat given the social constraints. Obviously, we're talking about in the 18th centuries, because she was born in 1740.
Yeah, I see the comments lighting up. All of a sudden, this shit's going.
Remember, there's a few minutes delay from when I do this, and that comes up.
Yeah, they're commenting now.
So yeah, they're doing it. Last she needs another drink.
Oh, look at it go.
She hasn't had enough tonight, that's for sure. I've been 1769. So 1740, she was born. Need more Jay singing. Shut up.
She wore a raspberry beret.
So she was born in France, like we were saying. There's not really much known about her. But she became involved with, his name is Philibert Camerson.
Oh my God.
Yeah, try saying.
He had to be English.
No, he's French too.
Really?
Yeah.
Philibert. Seems like an English name.
Philibert.
That
like
seems
filibuster.
Like an English name.
Filibuster.
Philibert Camerson.
Can Jay sing some Queen? He was a noted botanist, so he likes to play with plants. For those who are not educated enough to know what botanist is. Willis.
What? Oh, you're talking about Philibert.
Philibert.
Okay. I'm like, who's about it? What?
So Barrett became his housekeeper. It was a bizarre story. Then his assistant, and eventually started working with him on his studies. I think they were.
We are the champions.
I got some wood for Jay.
My friend.
Me too. Both shut up. So I think they got into a little bit of a romance. Excuse me.
Ow. Damn. See? Women.
That's been coming for 50 minutes.
Dang. All right. Anyway.
Now I got it. Anyway. So women were strictly prohibited to
Philibert.
sailing on the French vessels, naval vessels, their military vessels. So in order for her to go out with Philibert, she dressed as a man and essentially played a man really well for about 3 years.
Looking like a man.
You looking like a man.
You looking like a man.
Please stop slapping the lead singer. You know what? That's not what she said. You bite me. All of you. All of you. So she disguised herself as a man and she named herself Jean. That sounds
Jean.
so Jean. Instead of Jean, it's Jean.
Jean.
So Jean, it's Jean.
Jean with a G.
No, it's still spelled the same. It's just one N instead of two.
Because it's French.
It's French. Les Fonts. Played with the man. You look like a man.
You look like a man.
You look like a man.
Why?
You look like a man.
Because you look like a man.
What does he look like? He look like a man. Anyway, so they were going around, they're collecting samples and everything, and either one of the places they visited, they discovered she was a woman, or the crew discovered she was a woman.
Uh-oh.
The whole way
good.
The whole time they got away for so long with her pretending to be a man on the ship was they had so much shit for being on an expedition for research and all that, and that he was the assistant to Philibert. So they got their own cabin, and their own cabin had their own berth and their own head and the whole 9 yards. So people had suspicions, but it wasn't obvious to the extent of that.
Yeah.
Until
they were good at hiding it.
They were. Until it was no longer good at hiding it. And then they got kicked off the ship because obviously the captain was freaking out. He's like, oh my God, she's a woman, get her off. So she said, so long, women. Farewell, auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. I do to you and you and you. Anyway, goodbye. So they said goodbye. They got off and they got on their ship. But she is legitimately recorded as the first woman to circumnavigate the world.
Sweet.
And it's interesting because they cannot decide on who the first man is. Guess what? The first woman knew who came. Anyway, I could smell it. If it's French, are you sure it wasn't pronounced Jean and not Jean? No, I'm not. Do I look French? I am not sure of anything.
Do we look French to you?
Do we look French?
Actually,
I don't know. I don't know, Lindsay. It's probably
Jean.
It's probably Jean, not Jean. You're probably right. I don't know. I'm freaking Italian. David with his pink shit. I mean, you ask Google everything else.
Yeah, Google that stuff for us.
Einhorn is Finkel. Einhorn is Finkel.
Who said that?
Finkel is Einhorn.
Who said that?
Glenn said Finkel is Einhorn, and Brownie said Einhorn is Finkel. Yes.
I love you guys.
You might be toasted now with those drinks, and maybe you're French toast. That's a good one, babe. I like that.
You guys
I am not French
killing
toast.
me. All right.
So
we're in the sign-off portion of the show now.
I am sober, by the way. Not like I was Saturday night. Behind the 8 ball. Let me look into my bowl.
Oh, yes, there's something in your magic.
Oh, there is a lot in my magic
I
cup.
must taste it. It does taste good.
So I'm glad you guys enjoyed the comedy of
Yes.
women in pirate history.
Seriously, we appreciate it. We appreciate all you guys coming
my
out tonight.
cockade looks like a fried egg.
What?
I guess it does in the dark
It's
camera.
Green eggs and ham.
But it's green on the outside and it is orange. Green eggs and ham. He says, "Yeah, I made you sit on the stool. I am on the stool."
Yeah.
I know what you say. Anyway, yes, I had an excellent time Saturday. I will not apologize.
Yeah, no.
I don't get like that very frequently. Your mother was a hamster.
You
your
guys
father
just
smelled
got
of
to see it.
elderberry. You get to
I see it a little more often than you guys get to see it.
Not that often.
I said a little, not a lot.
So we
French.
For French. We are wet on the inside. So
Just stop.
this week was meant to be fun and trying to pull a little bit something different, talk about the women and not just piracy, but the women in the 18th century. Because it's always interesting when you start looking about it.
Yeah.
And like Tess said, all the women have one thing in common. Their husbands were dead.
Dead.
Pardon the French, your mother was a hamster. Well, I could say a lot about that. Who has the shrubbery?
What? Okay.
I don't know who has the shrubbery. I'm
Please explain, please.
Explain, please. So next week,
don't forget.
He was saying early in the show, we're not going to have a show next week.
Break time.
We're taking a quick break. First 2 weekends in April, we'll be back.
Don't forget about us just because we're taking a week off.
Nope.
Doesn't mean we're not coming back.
Nope. Saturday wasn't my fault.
But don't worry.
Bo says Saturday wasn't her fault.
Yes, Bo. She can take responsibility for her own self.
You said it was when me and her get together.
Oh, well, yeah. That don't mean you abdicate responsibility for it.
Then I said, say, no.
You are still an adult. Both of you.
Oh, Monty Python. Okay, I haven't seen the whole thing from beginning to end.
That's a movie we gotta get.
Oh, God.
The Holy Grail.
Oh, my God.
Yes, I know. Anyway, so yeah, don't forget next week, break time. We'll be back. And our final 2 episodes.
Are we going to do the reenactment?
Should we tell them?
Yeah. You want to do the 2 episodes on reenactment,
yes,
right?
We're going to do back-to-back episodes on reenacting. So I have no idea what that's going to encompass right now. As far as we know right now, it's going to encompass reenacting. What it covers is
sober reenactment.
Hopefully all the fun parts. Because it's a lot of fun. We have a great time doing it. And what?
I got told I don't know if I could be. I was like, I don't know if I could be friends with you anymore because I haven't seen the whole Monty Python from beginning.
Oh, she's seen bits and pieces. She hasn't seen the whole thing.
I
will hook her up and we'll get the movie.
I know you're kidding.
We'll get Holy Grail and I'll make her watch it.
Yeah, let's see how well that works.
I fought in your general direction.
Oh, I've seen that part.
Yes, she knows that one. So see, she's seen some of it. Anyway,
it's making me sit from beginning to end, like you. Yeah. And some of the movies, you're like, I've never seen this movie from beginning to end.
I feel you because Monty Python's not for everybody.
She's
honestly,
a witch.
But I think you and our sense of humor will work.
Okay.
Okay. It'll work.
Okay.
It's English humor. It's hilarious.
I got to bet that.
It is. If you like Eddie Izzard, you'll like.
I do like Eddie Izzard.
You'll like that. You'll like Monty Python.
I hate stupid humor. I do not like.
It is stupid. It's stupid humor, but it's stupid English humor, which is even better.
Softly.
So we'll see you in April.
And also
happy birthday to me.
Yeah, when we come back, your birthday's Wednesday, so Thursday we'll be on.
Yeah,
the day after your birthday.
We're coming back the day after my birthday.
He's just gonna be he's just gonna be a bigger jar of dirt.
Older jar of dirt.
Bigger jar of dirt.
Thank God for that.
But we'll get
Anyway.
2 episodes. We're gonna start talking about the season starting, reenacting. Newsletter will be out next week if I'm not to get your coconuts. I'm losing my coconut. My parrot is dead. It's a
These
non-parrot.
coconuts.
These Ballast speaks the truth. Stupid English humor. Yes, I do like English
it's
humor.
the best, man.
I do not.
It is. I haven't seen it in a long time, but so
I'll live with it. I'll live with
it'll
it.
almost be new to me too. So we'll have to get it and watch it, and then she can come and comment on it.
I need
more than just I foot in your general direction.
I foot in your general direction. We need to watch some more
because everybody knows that part.
You have it. Lindsay says she has it. So if we need to borrow,
well,
maybe you need to come over and watch it with us.
Get the digital version. Hopefully they have one. Anyway,
so
all right.
But yes,
we're out.
Join us. Take a break next week. Join us next 2 weeks. We'll have fun.
And hashtag it.
Hashtag
it for the end.
Drink more rum.
Oi.
Thank you, ladies, for joining and having fun. It was a blast. We love you all. Now for something completely different. You call this different? I call it rum.
This is the end. My only friend. The end.
Keep going.